What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Inside Motherfucking 11, man. Right now, we're talking about getting out of a damaged space that was caused to you energetically by your parents and stuff like that. Because a lot of the times, our parents can be damaged generationally speaking. This is where the term generational curses may be coined, because a lot of the times parents unknowingly end up taking these traumatized energies, these incapability energies, these insecurity energies, and they end up subconsciously throwing it on their children, because a lot of the times that parent may still be catering to that awareness that's causing them to be insecure and stuff like that, aka they're stuck in some type of mental cycle that's making them perceive reality in a particular way. And a lot of the times when you're a kid, a lot of the times you don't have these fears, you don't have these worries, you don't have these self-doubts. You're with God already, so you're running around, you're having fun, you're enjoying yourself. You naturally have childlike curiosity and stuff like that, right? But here's the thing: if you grew up in a family that was damaged and stuff like that, and they pass that damage on to you as you grow into an adult and stuff like that, you're gonna find yourself accumulating awarenesses, experiences from that particular family members, or friend environment, or whatever it is that you was into, predominantly usually stemming from the family and stuff like that, then leading to friends and stuff like that, right? That, what I'm saying, may create these views of self where you're incapable, unable, or unsure of yourself, or you're looking for like some type of external validation to make you feel sure about yourself and stuff like that, right? But when we were children, we never had these wants and needs. We were just too busy having fun, too busy enjoying ourselves in the moment. So ideally, that's the space that we want to try to return to as we have become adults and stuff like that, right? Now, here's the thing, right? When you become an adult and shit like that, right? When you're getting out of that, just understand that there's a lot of mentalities, a lot of things, a lot of programs that are programmed into the subconscious mind that a person is really gonna have to learn to detoxify and let go of and stuff like that. Because the more you hold on to that on your mind, so long as that's on your mind, it's gonna be your perception, and you're gonna accumulate experiences and more thoughts and feelings that create deeper problems, deeper habits, deeper issues that are related to that subconscious stem that a person may have not removed from their mind and stuff like that, that insecurity the person hasn't dealt with. So they end up developing all types of thoughts, all types of feelings that are fashioned after it, and it just become a snowball effect where now a person is extremely insecure, they feel extremely unable, unsure of themselves, just because of the damage that they may have caused and happened to them just from growing up in that environment of their family members and stuff like that, where they had that awareness on their mind, so they started to throw spells on you, words on you, and stuff like that to put you in that same space they in. And here's the thing: they don't know no better. Since that's the energetic space they in, they naturally emanate that as an energy, whether it's through words or whether it's through their aura and stuff like that, right? So they unknowingly start to cause these traumas and these dramas and when we later become adults and stuff like that, we start to have this rebellious energy where we no longer want to have that space, because no spirit, no person with a mind want to be depressed under anything. So eventually a person is gonna rebel and stuff like that. But here's the thing: by that time it's kind of late, because the damage has already been done and a person is already accumulating and going down the thoughts and the lines of reasoning and the lines of feeling that are producing this experience or life of what they've been only validated of. That's the stuff that they like to do. A damaged person will only do what they was validated for. A person that isn't damaged will do the stuff that they was invalidated for with the childlike curiosity and stuff like that, right? Now, here's the thing: when you're getting out of that space, when you're growing up as an adult and stuff like that, right? It's gonna be like you're gonna have to deal with your mind. It's nothing to do with external people, places, and things. Like the friends that you have accumulated and stuff like that may just be offsprings of that mental pattern that's coming from a space of trauma. Based upon that, when you was a kid, there may be certain passions, certain motivations, certain things that you wanted to do. But since these adults a lot of the times will force you out of that into their point of view about reality, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and stuff like that, that might become like a snake. It might become like an evil. It might become like a demon. It might become like a devil, where now you're attached to this negative desire that's causing you to want to do the same thing as them. Because keep in mind, they're a demon converting you into that demonic energy as well, that demonic energy current, that demonic desire, slowly and surely, right? Now, these are just energies. Now, these are just awarenesses that we're dealing with and stuff like that, right? So now here's the thing, right? When you grow up as an adult, you're gonna have to deal with the mental pattern. So don't worry about external people, places, and things, because when you start to deal with your mind and stuff like that, move away from these awarenesses that you may have accumulated, right? Just by clearing out those energies and stuff like that, right? Then your external reality will automatically change itself because you're changing within you. You're changing internally and stuff like that, right? So you're no longer going to cater to the same people, same places, same things and stuff like that. So don't worry about any external person, place, or things. And here's the thing. When you're changing your life, don't let anybody shame you, gaslight you, manipulate you, con you, confuse you, any of the cons and stuff like that, right? Because here's the thing. That misery loves misery. If your parents are damaged, they love you being in that space because misery loves misery. Misery needs company and stuff like that. So a person is not alone in hell and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So when you're getting out of that space and stuff like that, right? Make sure you deal with your mind, and there's going to be like a deep subconscious cleansing that's going to need to take place. Because if you want to be with God, if you want to experience the all possible space, if you want to experience all possibilities, it's going to require you to uninstall a lot of these mental programs that are running through your subconscious mind and stuff like that. And a lot of these things may be stuck in our nervous systems, stuck in our heart chakra, certain energy blockages that we may develop. It maybe become a throat blockage where you can't even like speak up for yourself and stuff like that. You might sit there, argue about how things should be expressed, how things shouldn't be, based upon other people's like reactions to you and stuff like that. And that creates all these insecurities, all these paranoias and stuff like that. But you don't even need to be in that space. You can just live life from a childlike, curious space where children are brutally honest. They don't give a fuck. So I'd prefer for you and me, personally for me, I prefer to be in that space just because I don't want to live my life from a space of insecurity. Nah, I want to be in a space that's all possible to make my life better and help make everyone's life around me better, even though they might be a demon and they might really cater to that demonic spirit that they're resonating with, that demonic thought that's running through their mind that want them to take power and control over someone else outside of them for the sake of them feeling good about themselves and stuff like that. Because here's the thing, people feel good when they put you on the same timeline that they're on and stuff like that, because it make them validate themselves about insecurities or some weird shit. But anyways, so when you're an adult now and you're viewing, damn, I'm coming from a damaged family, I'm coming from a traumatized space, I'm coming from a group of people that are insecure, incapable, and able and shit like that. Here's the thing, don't worry about them too much. Just start to detach from the thoughts and feelings. Start to really work on your subconscious, do the shadow work and stuff like that, right? And then with your body, because here's the thing, what we do with our mind is the ritual. With our thoughts and feelings, it's just things that we catch. Now, we can catch a lot of things from the third dimension, but there's a lot of lights and awarenesses, like all possibilities, the all possible space has a lot of ideas on new things you could do. But to get to that all possible space, you gotta first detach from these lights and awarenesses that are limited, that are man-made, that are like synthetic thoughts given to you by other people around you and stuff like that, right? So when you're able to detach from that and shit like that, then you're gonna free your space up, you're gonna free your mind up. This way your mind can start to do new things, accumulate a new cycle. Because right now we're just in a cycle of awareness that we're playing out on our mind, so we're playing out with our body. Let's say a person, for example, is in their mind, right? They're like, I'm insecure, I'm unable, I'm not sure. You're gonna start to play out behaviors that are correlated with that thought, because everything that come in the mind first, then the body play out. The body is just the zombie that we play reality with. The mind, that's why a lot of people call this earth a simulation, but it's not really a simulation as in a left brain logical computer. No, it's a simulation based on a stimulation that we create. So a lot of the times we stimulate ourselves, our subconscious, stimulate our conscious to be in a particular space that's actually negative and insecure. But here's the thing, I'm gonna explain all this with a simple symbol. It's the Ouroboros, because that means like being stuck in something for a long time, right? The cycle that a person is in for long periods and stuff like that, right? So now here's the thing. There's the mind cycle, and then there is the body cycle. Like I said earlier, the body is just what we play out based upon what's on our mind. So you want to deal with what's going on in your mind. When you deal with what's going on in your mind and stuff like that, your spirit is basically stuck in that mind, creating all types of colorful lights, illusions, spectrums that cater to that insecurity, inability, failed motivation, failed passion that we had as kids. So we start to be insecure, blah 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 blah, and stuff like that, right? So detox from that, let go of those thoughts, let go of those feelings. And here's the thing, it's going to be hard at first, because you're going to try to let go of the thought, that feeling, that thought, it's going to come back around. That lets you know it's orbiting really close to your spirit is really orbiting really close to that thought, that feeling. The more time and energy you start to put in practicing clairvoyance, aka clearing out those thoughts and feelings by not paying attention to that, or by paying attention to nothingness, literally having nothing on your mind, Now you might want to set forth a practice of meditation at first. This way you can create a space where, you know, you're in a dark room or something, and you can start to detach from the light. The awareness is gonna come on your mind. Because when you're in the outside world like this, you might kind of get distracted and shit like that. But when you're in a dark bathroom or a dark room and shit like that, you can start to look at what's really going on in your mind, and you can start to not pay attention to that light, that awareness that's going on in your mind. Because here's the thing, your spirit is just looking at that colorful light like something familiar, so you want to jump back into it. But that jumping into that familiar light is the same thing that familiar light is stemming from those early childhood experiences, those traumas, and these are offsprings, many second comings of that trauma that we may have developed when we were children and stuff like that, right? But here's the thing, right? Don't even worry about your family that's damaged with you right now. The more you separate from these thoughts, those feelings, and you let go of that shit, and you start to do something new, right? By clearing out that space and not having any expectations for the new things you want to do, going into it from a genuine childlike curious space, right? Here's the thing. You're going to start to create a new mental cycle, and you're going to be in a whole different place, whole different time, doing other things for you to even be worried about being in the same space in the same time as these damaged family members. And that's if you live in that house still, or, you know, and here's the thing, there's nothing wrong with living in the same house. It's just that a lot of the times they're gonna try to throw you on that same path. So you gotta be like mentally strong to like not let your spirit, because they're gonna lie to your subconscious, and your subconscious is gonna use that as ammunition to lie to your spirit lie to your conscious, and you're gonna have to like kind of like really zigzag out of that, because it's a neuron, it's a mental pattern that people have made so strong that it has become like a self-delusion about their capabilities, you know, securities, and what they can do and stuff like that, right? So yeah, with that being said, I think this is getting out of a damaged, traumatized space that's coming from family members and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm gonna go into this topic a little bit more. Love y'all. Peace out.